if the Giants can beat, we're going to talk about that on Thursday's show, the preview against the Eagles. But if the Giants beat the Eagles next week,
I think that would probably be the sign right there.
Suddenly the Giants become the team in the NFC that nobody wants to play against.
Yeah.
Because New Orleans might be a wild card team, and if they have to come into Giant Stadium in the cold, different story.
Does this Giants right now have that look and have that fire of the 2007 club?
It looks like it from my vantage.
Because that's what I see. I honestly see that.
A great pass rush without having to utilize the blitz.
I think they're even better than that team. Even better.
Well, personnel-wise, maybe. But like I said, a great pass rush without having to utilize the blitz. Pierre-Paul is a monster. Tuck had a nice game last night. OC, Minnesota couldn't pass protect. And then the running game, which you need in the cold weather. And then Eli, again, one pick, but, you know,
that's just him against Minnesota. It just happens.
That's right. And they're protecting Eli. Only 1 sack in 6 games.
Yeah.
So the basics are there for them to have that kind of a run in the postseason. But it's all going to come down to this week when they play the Eagles.
Here's a question for you, real fast. And do you think that O'Hara is going to be pretty much done after this year, or do you think he might be back?
I think he can come back.
He's had a couple injury-prone years. He might pack it in.
He might give it one more shot. I mean, I think he's going to give it one more year, and after that, that's it. But if he really can't do it, then this is it.
Well, you got Shawn Andrews there now, so you can always move Siebert to center next year. You know, so
I think he does a great job.
How about the job that Jerry Reese has done? Because he knew the offensive line was aging, and he knew to pick up some pieces to put in guys like Booth, and Andrews, because he knew this is going to happen to his offensive line, and he made the moves to. And they've had problems on it. You know, Diehl's been out, O'Hara's been out, so and Siebert even missed a couple of games. And look at them, no sack for 5 straight games, 1 last night, and look at the way the running game's opened up. So hey, we'll see. Anyway, so the Giants really, a ho-hum game last night. Minnesota, a lot of penalties, a lot of false starts. Even though it was in Detroit, there was no noise there as far as the Minnesota when they had the ball. Why all these false starts? It was a very sloppy game for Minnesota.
These last 2 games, the Giants, who they faced? Washington and Minnesota.
Minnesota played a very sloppy game.
If they can do the same thing this week against the Eagles coming up Sunday, and do the same thing, you know, then we'll say, hey, dang.
But they still got to go play at Green Bay. Green Bay's fighting for the playoff lives, and Rodgers, even if he misses this week, could be back that week.
If they can do what they did this week to those teams, then you're going to say, hey, whoa.
Well, Eagles are missing 2 of their big-time run stoppers, and Brandon Graham and Stuart Bradley are out. So we'll see there. Well, we'll talk about that there. Anyway, Matt Dodge had a couple of nice punts, and finally. And they got Blackman running the punch back again. Didn't make any mistakes, but we'll see. But
that's all you asked for.
So anyway, I really think they went up against the Minnesota team disarray. Once Favre was gone, that was it. Anyway, let's get to the Jets now. This is when Danny his hair's on fire.
He's been silent all segment.
Yeah.
Unleash the beast.
All right. Let's. We're going to talk about this on our other show the other night. If you had told me at the start, before the game was ever played, that they were going to hold Miami to 131 total yards, 55 yards passing, 3 fumbles lost, 5 sacks, right? And would you have said the Jets were going to win the game?
Yes.
I would have said so, but looking at the scoreboard, that was not the case.
I know. How the Jets lost this game is beyond me. And want to know something? Sanchez had 1 pick. He could have had at least 2 or 3 more.
No, he should have had at least 10 picked off. But one of them was. Out of the 10 possible interceptions, 1 was actually picked off. Or the one that he got sacked on, he fumbled it and got recovered, and that led to the touchdown to Brandon Marshall.
How about ball security with Sanchez? What have we got to do there?
It's all mental.
You don't like the way he holds the ball out with one hand all the time?
No.
Because a lot of people are saying that if he holds the ball with 2 hands before he throws, that's a big problem. He's holding the ball like a loaf of bread. And for somebody who this thing is...
Yeah, but I mean,
chronic with him.
I mean, the expert in all this is Joe Namath, Broadway Joe. In the Hard Knocks shows, he says, don't hold it with 12 to 6. Like this, you want to hold it like that. Get right under the center's butt. Just right under there, and just get the ball. That's all you gotta do.
When he takes the 5-step drop, he's got to.
Here's what I want.
We've got to look downfield.
Here's what I want Sanchez to do.
3-step drop at the slant's different story.
True. But this is what I want Sanchez to do. If your receivers are covered and your running backs are not, if they're blocking and they're not going into the middle of the field.
No check
downs or whatever. Take the ball yourself and go for as much yardage as possible.
He's got the athleticism to run.
He has the ability to run and to go for that first down marker and then go out.
Either do that or throw the ball away.
Exactly.
Make a smart play.
Exactly. And that's the one thing I've seen with Sanchez right now. This is the one thing that Sanchez right now has not done since the start of this season. He has been not only has he been under pressure by the defense, he's putting himself into pressure that he should not be in the first place. If you cannot read the situation that receiver covered.
Is he auto-bullying too much too?
He could be.
They had a lot of snaps with 1 second to go on the play clock last night, or Sunday night. And I tell you, it looked like to me that they just simplified things for him, come up and snap the ball, do the play it's called. They had a couple of delayed games in the hurry up offense.
More Miami on delay of game than the Jets. That was more Miami.
Well, mixing up the defenses?
Yes.
All right. Well, the thing is that he isn't Peyton Manning. You can't have.
Well, he's not Peyton Manning. He's Mark Sanchez.
Doing too much audibling at the line of scrimmage.
He's Mark Sanchez. You don't come in and tell me, well, he's not Peyton Manning. No kidding, he's not Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning has had how many years before he became this fantastic quarterback in the NFL?
Who can read defenses and change plays at the line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
Now, ground and pound, they tried. It just didn't work.
It's not working anymore.
It's not working.
They have to switch it up.
And I think that's probably where it has to start. They got to reestablish the run game.
Are they finally now realizing they can go Thomas Jones?
Reestablish the run game. The problem, no, it's not about Thomas Jones. It's about schemes. It's about listen. If Thomas Jones was still in the Jets right now, it'd still be ground and pound. Guess what? They're still going to prevent Thomas Jones from getting more than 5 yards. He's going to get 1 to 3, and that's it. It didn't matter if it's Thomas Jones, Sean Green, LaDainian Tomlinson, or it could even be Emmitt Smith if he was on the Jets. They are going to jam 6 to 7 to 8 defensive players in the box.
Yeah.
You're going to jam 8 in the box, and you're going to stop the run.
How about Schottenheimer doing some more play action on first down?
That's fine.
When they're jamming 8 in the box.
Exactly. That's all you got to do.
Because when I was watching that game the other day, I said every possession, 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10.
What did I say? You're taking a round peg and you're jamming it through a square hole.
I really believe that and LT had a great first half of the year. He's hit a wall.
I don't think he hasn't hit a wall. It's just the defense knows that on 1st and 2nd down, they're running. Because you're already going through your press conferences during the week.
So no creativity on offense.
Round and pound, baby. That's all it is. There's no creativity on offense. The only time there was creativity was inside the last minute of the 4th quarter in regulation against the Houston Texans. That's the only time you had creativity.
What do you say to the people now who are now starting to chortle? Hey, we told you so. This team wasn't that good. They had all those close wins against bad teams through the middle of the year, from Denver right on through to the Houston game. Now, the last 2 days, they scored a grand total of 9 points. I know the defense imploded against New England. Now, how do you answer those people now that say, I told you so, this team was as good as everybody likes them to think?
I just want to tell them that just because you're chirping and you're waiting. See, these are the people that want to see the Jets lose.
Right.
These are the people that don't even care about, all they care about is seeing the Jets going under, because the Jets are not the Steelers or the Niners or the Cowboys or the up-and-coming Saints or the Colts. They're talking about legacy teams or teams that are, near there.
Right.
They're talking about teams that have been doing this all the time. It takes time.
Right.
For a team like the Jets, who had success early in their merging NFL year.